The Kansas City Chiefs find themselves at the center of unexpected controversy, drawing national attention. Reports indicate that several high-profile players may be facing issues that could impact team performance, fan perception, and organizational strategy. The timing of these developments is critical, occurring in a season where consistency and focus are paramount. Head coach Andy Reid and the front office are navigating both the public scrutiny and internal challenges, balancing transparency with tactical management. Players' reputations, team cohesion, and potential playoff implications are all under evaluation. Media coverage has amplified the intensity, with speculation surrounding both the nature and consequences of the incidents. Understanding the context is essential to assess the potential ramifications. The Chiefs' response will shape not only immediate outcomes, but long-term organizational culture. This story highlights how off-field developments can intersect with performance, strategy, and leadership in professional football. Every decision now carries amplified stakes, influencing morale, public perception, and competitive positioning moving forward. Information emerging about the Chiefs' superstars suggests a combination of personal, legal, or professional challenges. While details remain partially confirmed, sources indicate involvement in incidents that could attract league scrutiny. Team officials are investigating internally while coordinating with external authorities to ensure compliance with league policies and regulations. The potential consequences include fines, suspensions, or other disciplinary measures that could affect both individual players and the collective roster. Analysts note that the timing of such developments can disrupt momentum, placing additional pressure on coaching staff and teammates. The situation underscores the interdependence of personal conduct, public perception, and professional accountability. Maintaining team focus requires clear communication, leadership, and strategic planning. Mahomes, Kelce, and other key figures are reportedly engaged in discussions aimed at damage control and team stability. Understanding these developments provides insight into the high stakes of professional sports, where off-field issues can influence performance, strategy, and organizational reputation. The Chiefs now face both reputational and competitive challenges simultaneously. The potential issues involving Chiefs superstars have immediate implications for team dynamics. Trust, cohesion, and communication are critical components of elite performance, and disruptions in leadership or accountability can affect collective execution. Veteran players may need to assume greater responsibility in guiding younger teammates through uncertainty. Coaching strategies must adapt, balancing discipline, motivation, and maintaining focus on competitive objectives. Off-field distractions can manifest as on-field miscommunication, reduced efficiency, and heightened pressure during key game situations. Leadership within the locker room becomes a stabilizing force, reinforcing shared goals and minimizing the impact of external scrutiny. Maintaining morale while addressing accountability requires careful messaging and consistent actions. Analysts emphasize that even minor disruptions in team culture can influence outcomes in high-stakes contests. The Chiefs' organizational culture will be tested, as cohesion, professionalism, and adaptability are essential to managing both performance and reputation. Understanding the interplay between individual challenges and collective responsibility illuminates the complexity of sustaining elite-level football performance amid adversity. Given the high-profile nature of the incidents, the NFL may intervene to investigate and enforce regulations. League protocols include reviewing conduct, applying disciplinary measures, and coordinating with teams to maintain competitive integrity. Possible outcomes range from fines and warnings to suspensions or other formal actions. The Chiefs' management must navigate compliance while protecting team interests and ensuring due process. Public scrutiny amplifies every step, as fans, media, and analysts closely monitor both individual and organizational responses. Decisions at this level can set precedents, influencing how similar situations are handled across the league. Players' engagement with the process, legal counsel, and adherence to guidelines is critical. Any punitive measures may impact roster availability, game planning, and overall strategy. Understanding potential league involvement underscores the interconnectedness of organizational responsibility, regulatory oversight, and individual accountability. The Chiefs face the challenge of maintaining focus and competitive readiness while navigating complex, procedural, and reputational dynamics. Media outlets have rapidly disseminated information about the Chiefs' challenges, shaping public perception and fan sentiment. Headlines highlight uncertainty, potential consequences, and the reputational stakes involved. Social media amplifies reactions, creating pressure on both players and management to respond swiftly and transparently. Analysts dissect possible outcomes, evaluating team resilience, strategy, and leadership effectiveness. Public discourse also affects sponsorships, market perception, and broader organizational credibility. The interplay between media narratives and internal operations requires careful management to prevent distractions from impacting performance. Chiefs leadership is reportedly coordinating communication strategies to maintain transparency while controlling misinformation. Players' public statements are measured, balancing accountability with professionalism. Understanding media influence highlights the dual challenge of navigating public scrutiny while maintaining focus on competitive objectives. The narrative illustrates that in professional sports, perception often intersects with reality, and effective management of both is essential for sustaining organizational stability and success under pressure. Head coach Andy Reid and team leadership have taken proactive steps to address the unfolding situation. Strategic meetings focus on maintaining focus, reinforcing team culture, and ensuring accountability. Reid emphasizes professionalism, communication, and adherence to team principles. Veteran players act as stabilizing influences, mentoring teammates and reinforcing shared goals. Leadership prioritizes maintaining competitive readiness, mitigating distractions, and preparing for potential roster adjustments. Every decision is evaluated for its impact on morale, cohesion, and performance. Internal messaging highlights responsibility, resilience, and the importance of collective commitment to team objectives. Analysts note that leadership during crises defines organizational culture, influencing long-term reputation and internal trust. Effective response requires balancing empathy, discipline, and tactical foresight. The Chiefs' ability to navigate this challenge hinges on coordinated, decisive action from both management and player leadership. Leadership effectiveness will be measured not only by outcomes, but by the team's ability to maintain professionalism and focus under intense scrutiny. Individual accountability is central to resolving the Chiefs' current challenges. Reports indicate that players are engaging with team and league authorities to address questions and provide transparency. Acknowledging mistakes while committing to corrective action is critical for rebuilding trust, both within the organization and publicly. Professional standards require adherence to codes of conduct, emphasizing integrity, discipline, and responsibility. Post-incident conduct will be scrutinized to ensure alignment with team principles and league expectations. Mahomes and other key figures are reportedly modeling accountability, reinforcing the importance of leadership by example. Players' engagement with coaching staff and organizational advisors demonstrates commitment to resolution and long-term stability. Accountability extends beyond immediate consequences, influencing morale, team cohesion, and competitive performance. Analysts stress that how players respond to adversity often defines their leadership credibility and long-term influence. Effective accountability transforms potential disruption into an opportunity for growth, reinforcing organizational values and maintaining the standards expected of elite professional athletes. The Chiefs' on-field performance may be affected by the ongoing situation. Potential distractions, roster uncertainties, and public scrutiny can influence preparation, execution, and mental focus. Coaching strategies may need adjustment to mitigate disruptions, ensuring continuity in offensive and defensive execution. Players may experience heightened pressure, requiring reinforcement of focus and resilience during key sequences. Analysts note that high-stakes games demand consistent execution, and off-field issues can create subtle challenges that accumulate over time. Maintaining competitive momentum requires prioritizing preparation, strategy, and communication. The team's ability to compartmentalize external challenges while sustaining high-level performance will be critical for playoff success. Evaluating these implications underscores the intersection of organizational management, individual responsibility, and competitive strategy. For the Chiefs, navigating adversity effectively may determine both immediate game outcomes and long-term championship aspirations. Strategic focus, cohesion, and resilience will define the team's capacity to remain a dominant force despite unexpected challenges. The unfolding situation provides lessons in leadership, crisis management, and organizational strategy. The Chiefs must reinforce culture, accountability, and communication to maintain stability. Strategic planning extends beyond playbooks to include reputational management, regulatory compliance, and risk mitigation. Leadership, both on and off the field, is tested in navigating complex challenges while preserving competitive advantage. Internal evaluation focuses on processes, support systems, and decision-making structures that prevent future issues. Analysts highlight that elite organizations anticipate contingencies, ensuring resilience amid uncertainty. The team's response will influence public perception, morale, and long-term sustainability. Emphasizing learning, adaptation, and proactive management strengthens organizational capacity. For players and staff, integrating these lessons enhances professionalism, cohesion, and accountability. The Chiefs' ability to emerge from this episode with minimal disruption will reflect both operational competence and cultural strength, reinforcing principles that sustain excellence over time in high-pressure professional sports environments. As the Chiefs navigate these challenges, focus turns toward future performance and organizational stability. Leadership, player accountability, and strategic planning are central to sustaining cohesion, competitive readiness, and public trust. Off-field developments underscore the importance of culture, discipline, and proactive management in maintaining elite standards. The team's approach will integrate lessons learned, emphasizing resilience, communication, and strategic foresight. Mahomes and other key figures continue to model professionalism, reinforcing commitment to team objectives. Analysts suggest that effective navigation of this period may strengthen internal cohesion and enhance focus for critical games. Maintaining composure, accountability, and preparation ensures that competitive objectives remain uncompromised. The Chiefs' trajectory will be shaped by their ability to transform adversity into growth, reinforcing organizational values and operational excellence. Moving forward, the balance between discipline, leadership, and focus will define both immediate outcomes and long-term legacy, establishing a framework for sustained success in professional football despite challenges.